Good morning or afternoon, whenever you're gonna watch this. I'm looking at myself here, and it's like I'm seeing a lot of gray in here, and I'm wondering what I want to do with it. Do I want to shave it off? I did get new razors today, or do I want to try to grow the beard out again? I've done the beard before. I don't think I've ever. Yeah, I've done just the beard and shave off the mustache. As a guy, there's not really a whole lot you can do. It's like women can put their hair up, down, in a bob, and a weave to the side, a little ponytail thing, bangs. With a guy, it's like this is this is what I have to work with. So I want to bring you up to speed on what we've been working on. I know a couple of days ago I did a video talking about little side projects that I want to do. Well, Kari and I finally got off our asses and did a podcast. What had happened is we had guest starred on a podcast for another guy about 2 weeks ago, and apparently he was a big deal on YouTube. I had never heard of him, to be honest, but apparently he was a big deal, and people listened to that podcast and was like, "Oh wow, you guys are funny. You should do a podcast." So that was the fire under our asses to finally get off our asses and put together a podcast. Now, as we speak, it's uploading. Like, it's a big file. It was like 4 gigs because I added little video clips because I didn't want you to just be staring at a screen. I wasn't really sure how else to do it. So this is probably not the format I'll follow all the time. But I just wanted there to be something on the screen for you to see so you weren't just listening to us talk and it's just like this black screen. Who wants to do that? Also, I'm not about to try to set it up like we've got a big studio. We did it over Skype. I was in one room, he was in another room. I had in my headset and we just talked. But since doing that podcast with this other guy, a lot of traffic has been coming over to our YouTube channel and checking us out. And there hasn't been a whole lot of content. The last couple of things that we did were me and Asia's Power Ranger videos, which I want to go back to. I really do. So, I do have concerns about copyright claims for this particular video. I used some clips from Flash. I used some clips from Arrow. I tried to be discreet with it, and I tried to make them like smaller on the screen to avoid copyright. So we'll see how it works, but at the end of the day, it's all fair use, and I'm going to fight for this because I feel really good about this podcast. I know that going forward, podcasts will probably be a lot shorter. This one ran like an hour and 10 minutes. I'll try to keep that down to about 30 minutes. I don't think we'll do anything, structured. We're not structured people. We sit down and we start talking, and just whatever comes out, comes out. So I feel real good about the podcast. In the video for yesterday, I said, "Oh, I'll post a link in the description." And in a rare occurrence, somebody commented and was like, "Hey, where's the link to the podcast?" So by the time you see this, that link's in the description. I will have already shared the link on Twitter and Facebook. And also, there'll be a link in the description for that podcast here. Hopefully, this podcast will generate some interest for us. In a perfect world, I would love for YouTube to be my part-time job. I mean, realistically, in a perfect world, it'd be a full-time job, but it seems more realistic that, I'll be able to get gas money from doing YouTube. But we'll see how it goes, and I'll keep you guys updated.